god, we're doing the corkscrew! Whoa, it's so steep! Oh my god! Whoa! That's so cool! Thank you. What's up guys, welcome back to another episode and welcome to Carmel, California. Specifically here at the Quail Lodge this morning for an epic 100-mile ride with all of these bikes that you can see here behind me through the roads and the beautiful scenery that is Carmel. And most excitingly, we are going to get to do a lap of the Laguna Seca Raceway. I've never done this event before. I've been to Car Week, which is held here every year for about the past 5 or 6 years. I was their official photographer for 2 or 3 years, and I absolutely love it. Well, this is the motorcycle equivalent. And so today, BringATrailer.com has put on a ride. It's 100 miles, like I said, with all of these amazing bikes that we'll go and take a look at in a minute. I've not ridden a bike for a while, and this is gonna be a great opportunity to knock off the cobwebs and get out there and have a bloody fantastic day. So let's go check out some of these bikes. And more importantly, I'm going to show you what I am riding for this adventure. So let me show you what I'm going to be riding for this event. This is the 2023 Harley Davidson PanAmerica. This is their brand new adventure bike, and I've never actually ridden a Harley Davidson at all, let alone the adventure model. I do feel like a lot of you Harley Davidson enthusiasts are probably going to tell me that I'm missing out on like the true heart and soul of what a Harley is by making this my first one. That being said, the miles that I've done on it already, I'm definitely not mad about. It has been an absolute beast. Tons of power, very comfortable. A lot of like modes and features and stuff that I haven't even gotten into yet. The one thing that I did find very, very useful both last night and this morning, the heated grips. I love that. And I actually think I'm gonna have to add those to my Sea-Doo because they made that much of a difference on the ride last night. So I got this thing from Adventure Bike Rentals in San Jose. So if you do wanna rent a bike like this or this exact bike, go check them out. I will link them in the description. I can't really think of a better bike to be doing this trip on. It's gonna be comfortable, it's got plenty of power. A lot of people have already come to look at it because it is so new, so it is getting a lot of eyeballs, which is nice. Very excited for this trip. I think we've got about another 15 minutes before we leave. Everybody's here, everybody's staged, everybody's kind of ready to go. And yeah, we head off that away with the cops that are over there leading the way and just have a great day.
And of course the California Highway Patrol, 6 motor officers helping us along the way. Officers Weaver, Pia, Flores, Murphy, Marchuka, and Hennessy. Thank you for your support.
Okay, so we just had the safety chat. We know where we're going. Everybody's gonna go load up onto the bikes and we are gonna head off. Our first stop is actually a winery. team! Oh my God! Wow! That's so cool! Oh yeah, buddy! I know we weren't even racing, but oh, that was so much fun! So there we go, that is the Quail Ride done. What an absolutely fantastic experience, and if you ever get the chance to do it, I highly recommend it. I did not stop grinning after we got off Laguna Seca. Honestly, I could have stayed there all day. I just love being at the track. And actually, when we pulled up, there was a guy on a Moto Guzzi, and he's like, you were making biscuits on the track, you were having some fun. And it's true, I cannot go on track and not want to go 10/10s, although I am just wearing jeans, so I took it, you know, sensibly. But yeah, what an absolutely amazing experience. And I think now they've got some lunch for us. It's very fancy. This is definitely one of the most high-end automotive events, whether it's the car week in like September time or this one. But yeah, they're all getting everything ready over here. Look, this is where the show is going to be tomorrow. But they definitely know how to look after us. So Quail Events, thank you very much. Guys, can I just say thank you so much for that? I really appreciate it. That was so smooth. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Thanks. Take care. Well, cheers everybody. Now all we have left to do for the day is basically eat, drink, and be merry. We're done with bike stuff, so we've got a nice little lunch here, and then after this, I've got a few hours downtime. I'm gonna go back to the hotel, just hang out, get a shower, then we're back for a nice dinner later. So I think we'll probably do a beer transition to dinner in a few hours. All right, so this technically isn't a drink transition. I am about to go and get one from back here. Dinner was beautiful. They put on such a good spread. It was such a lovely evening. Spoke to some amazing people at my table, but I always feel like such a goofball, like trying to talk to a camera in public like that. So I didn't film it, but I'm gonna meet some of the team right now. We're gonna go have a couple of drinks. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Definitely not hungover, I promise, and ready to enjoy the rest of the Quail Motorcycle. Yes, motorcycle, not motorsports. The Quail Motorcycle Gathering. I may have had 2 or 3 wines over there, but anyway. I'll see you guys in the morning, bright, fresh, bushy-tailed, ready to enjoy a day of motorcycling. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Quail Motorcycle Gathering. We are here right outside the front gate. Bring a Trailer have got a setup here, which is really cool, where if you can't get your bike, obviously on the inside, because it's not super fancy, you can still come and put it on display right here at the front entrance and have people come check it out. So I think probably what we'll do, just go for a little cruise around. I'll stop at any bikes that I like. Now, there is one bike in particular that I want to go check out, and that is by a company called Combat Motors. You may be aware of those, you may not, but trust me, you are going to want to stick around because they are the most unreal bikes you've ever seen. So let's get in there. Well, we're already off to an amazing start. Some of the bikes that they had out there at the Bring a Trailer stand were unreal. Do you see those electric bikes? They look like something from the future. this here is the lawn at the Quail, and this is where all the action goes down. So we have a bunch of vendors around the sides with things on display. CHP there, they helped us out yesterday on the ride. What an absolutely awesome job they did. Thank you so much, CHP. Thank you to all of the officers that helped us out yesterday. Thank you for your service. Very, very, very appreciated. So basically, we're just gonna go for a little cruise around. We're gonna go look around, see what's out here. There are some unbelievable bikes on display. I've already seen some on the website that are gonna be featured. So I'm specifically looking, like I said, for a few. One of them is that Combat Motors. The other one is an Aprilia RS250. My very first motorcycle, the thing that started off my passion for bikes, was an Aprilia RS50. And so they do have somewhere out here a 250 race bike in the exact same color scheme that mine was. So I want to go and see that for nostalgia's sake, and then yeah, see what else is around. Wow, look at that, all electric SuperMoto. That is stunning. What a wild looking bike, just completely flat. Obviously they don't have to have a fuel tank, so they can just run this completely flat spine. This is the future that you're looking at right here, and I am not mad about it one bit. That is gorgeous. And then look at the super bike. So I love the fact that they've kept with the traditional style with a tank. They've even got what looks like the plug here to recharge the battery on the top. Little stubby seat. That is gorgeous. Look at the carbon fiber as well. Belt driven. Look how mean and muscular that is. What an absolutely gorgeous looking bike. I love that. Triumph, British company. Lovely to see them here. This is absolutely beautiful. 1939. Look at the design. Springer front end. Look at the gauges up in the tank as well. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. That is a comfy seat. That's how you make a motorcycle seat. Okay, so this is a replica, 1929 Scott replica. Absolutely stunning. I love the fishtail exhaust. That's such a nice design feature. So this guy was actually on the ride with us yesterday. So this is a Morgan, built in England. This is absolutely gorgeous with the finished aluminium body, and look at that Union Jack helmet. Absolutely awesome. What a beautiful, beautiful car.
Well, you always like to attract you to win at, and I guess I would at San Jose quite a bit. I really like San Jose.
It's definitely snug. So this guy behind me in the Morgan was actually with us on the ride yesterday. Is it a car? Is it a motorcycle? I don't care. It's absolutely stunning, and it looked so good on the road. It was such a head turner, and he was sat mid-pack with everybody the whole way. Just a beautiful, beautiful car. Now this one's special edition. It says Brooklyn's edition. I don't know what that is, but I love the fact that it's got I presume it's an aluminium body on it. But just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous car. And it makes me so happy to see so many beautiful British vehicles here as well. Lots of British bikes. Right, look right here, the Union Jack. This is a Greaves MX2 Challenger, 1965. This truck is awesome too. What is it? Willys Jeep, 1961. When you show up at the track in this, you are definitely making a statement. The classic motocross bike with the truck. God, I love events like this. It's so cool to see stuff that you wouldn't normally get to see. This thing is absolutely stunning. We've got another one over here as well with the BSA in the back.
And I'd like to invite to join us up on the stage here. You can keep it kind of clean.
Absolutely gorgeous.
But you know, it's amazing. I'm amazed at the...
What is this?
You know what?
A Hummel. Original unrestored. Unrestored? Get out of town. What year is this? 1961, and this is unrestored.
So I'm amazed
Somebody
at how much you guys have in common.
Care of
listening
that.
to
Look
stories.
at that,
I mean,
as it rolled off the
fact
factory
that
floor
Wayne, your
in
dad,
1961.
Sandy,
So we've seen the electric bikes, we've seen the regular bikes.
Over on the side
How about
of the
a
straightaway.
steam-powered bike?
The guys being
It's
out.
like a little locomotive.
Meet
somebody's loss to go someplace
Bubba was passing him on the race.
Okay,
I said, why
how
don't we,
comfortable do you think
let's
this
go to
seat
Lubbock, see if we
actually
can't
is?
find
That
where Bubba Shoulder
does not
lives.
look like it would be particularly nice to
We'll
ride.
pick them up and bring them out to California.
Amazing
for the West Coast.
detail in the stitching and
I
everything.
haven't got rid of
but
them
wow. I feel like you would hurt after riding that for a few miles.
and Eddie,
This is
the
absolutely
friendships are incredible.
stunning craftsmanship.
Teammate, I mean, there's so many links.
Check out this paint. I love metal flake.
Yeah, of course.
So good. Look at that little bee hanging out.
But no, it was a lot of fun.
It just keeps getting weirder. Look at this.
And we
French
went to Japan,
military,
and they said,
track driven.
Okay, can you take
maybe
the new bike around? It was an
motorcycle?
89 bike. And I
What would you call that?
Like, yeah, this is a good bike, you know. They go, well, would you ride the 88 bike? I said, okay. So I took it out that whole year. He rode the 88 bike in '89. And
Well, actually,
I don't know how he went that fast on it. I mean, he really, if he had had an '89 bike, we would be racing. But
Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever seen? 1937, it was a failed military experiment apparently by the French military.
I did ride that sweet
Track driven, the exhaust kind of points out the front, exposed valve, very odd,
yeah,
very
I
odd
was
bike.
really amazed how
There's just everywhere I look.
guys can't ride 500. You know, they come from super bikes.
Everywhere I look, there's just something new, something amazing. Talking of amazing, I just spotted the Aprilia RS250. Let's go check it out. I'm getting excited about it. You guys may not find it that exciting. It's a 250cc two-stroke, and I just think that for its age, it is one of the most beautiful bikes that they ever made. It's such a simple design. Talking a bit, I can't walk without stopping. Ducati 748R. This was one of the most iconic bikes growing up. This is 2001. I believe Carl Fogarty raced one of these, and Carl Fogarty was one of my favorite riders. Just absolutely unbelievable. I think the mid 90s to late 90s, early 2000s was probably my favorite era for motorcycle design. It was an age where the design was starting to get a bit more radical. That Ducati was one of the most crazy head-turning designs when it came out, but they still had that form that followed function thing, which I love. I absolutely love that. Talking of loves, the Aprilia RS250, ladies and gentlemen. I will insert a picture of my RS50 that I had. It looks almost identical to this, apart from it wasn't a race bike, so it did have a headlight, and also I had some scratches on the silver bit, so I painted it black, so it was all black. But look at that, what an absolutely stunning bike. I love the polished frame, the little twin smoker exhausts. Obviously this is a two-stroke. So this is what started my love for motorcycles. When I started to ride, people had scooters. You can ride in the UK at 16 years old, and a lot of people just got like the twist and go scooters. I wanted a motorcycle. So I looked and I found an RS50, which is much smaller than this, much slower than this, but it was, as far as I was concerned, a full-blown motorcycle. There was gears, I had to learn how to use a clutch. I learned everything that I now know that allows me to ride big bikes, and I owe it all to the baby brother of this. They did an RS50 and an RS125, and then the RS250, and my friend Dave actually had one of these, and they are so fast. Obviously being a 250cc two-stroke, that's a lot more powerful than a 250cc four-stroke. They are just unbelievably gorgeous bikes, so simple, but yet absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm having such a good time. So on the topic of two-stroke race bikes, I love the small ones. That's what she said. Look at this, just that form following function. So streamlined, so beautiful. 2008 KTM Red Bull two-stroke. Just the important information, nothing you don't need. Little steering damper there. So this was more the size of my RS50. It was much smaller than the 250. And yeah, very similar form factor. I have the stock exhaust on mine, but I always wanted to do the Malossi big bore kit and also get the, I think it's Yoshimura make the exhaust for them. I always wanted to do it, I never did. And everybody that I know that did the 80, I think it was an 80 or an 85cc big bore kit, they always blew up. Mine, I never had any issues with. But yeah, this is taking me back, seeing like the original 50cc two-stroke bikes. This might be a 125, I'm not sure, but yeah, just seeing these sat here. Oh, it's taking me back. God, I'm so old now. And the award for the skinniest bike I've ever seen goes to this. It literally is like as thick as my hand. What on earth? What on earth is this? That is unbelievable. A Van Veen Creedler GP road race bike from 1971. Look, seriously, like it is basically as wide as my hand. That's it. Handlebars are super swept back. You must be tiny to ride this. It's literally on bicycle tires. That is absolutely wild looking. Look at the brakes as well. Look how thick, look how deep the rotors are. We've seen a steam engine bike, we've seen a bike with tracks on it, we've seen the world's skinniest bike, we've seen my first bike. What you haven't seen yet is, I think you can call it a bike. It has 2 wheels. It is technically a bicycle, but I guarantee you've never seen anything that looks like this. Land speed record, whatever this is. I don't know where the plaque is, probably at the front. Look at this. Look at the cockpit. Essentially, when you get to this kind of thing, what you're looking at is a aeroplane without wings that can't get off the ground. This is the shell that goes on the top of it. It actually reminds me of one of those, are they called like trumpet fish? You always see them when you go on holiday to like Mexico or the Caribbean, and they swim across the top of the water right on the surface, and they've got really, really long noses. Exactly what it reminds me of. Look at the little Shrek ears. That's so cute. And how's this for a front wheel? Obviously, when you're trying to get the fastest speeds you possibly can, you want as little drag as possible. That includes drag from things like your tires, especially on the front wheel that isn't a driven wheel. That is basically just keeping you roughly pointed in the right direction. So look at this. Solid front wheel. There is not enough money in the world to get me to drive one of those. Hats off to the people that go and do that kind of stuff, because it is just wild, absolutely wild. Can you imagine strapping yourself into that, having that shell lowered on, and then them just being like, Godspeed, go as fast as you can in this tiny little rocket. You're basically strapping yourself to a rocket. And now for the world's smallest motorcycle.
You know, Bubba, in addition to your
That's so cool. What is this? The Moto Villa Mini Bimbo, 1973. Look at that. That's so cool. Imagine having a little kid and being like, happy birthday.
Wayne, same thing.
That's awesome. I found him. Combat Motors back here. They've actually got one of the bikes running right now. So the reason why I wanted to come and check these out is because Ernest, who is the owner of the company, actually reached out to me a few months back and said, hey, love the videos, would love to have you come and test ride one of our bikes. And when I went on the website and looked at them, my jaw dropped. I've never met Ernest before, so this would be a great opportunity to connect with him. But when I say you have never seen anything like these bikes, I kid you not, these are some of the most amazing pieces of craftsmanship I think I've ever seen. And I'm stoked to go and actually see them in person. So let's go grab Ernest, and we are going to talk about the Wraith, because this thing is insane. Like I said, this is basically the supercar of the bike world. It's nuts. Dude, so good to meet you.
Thanks, nice to meet you.
So this is Ernest from Combat Motors, and he is the genius behind this company and these bikes. Can you explain what they are? Because
Sure.
I've never seen anything like it.
So it starts out with about 1,000 pounds of aluminum, and we have the CNC work done for the aluminum.
Yeah.
Bring it down to a 560-pound motorcycle.
Right.
It's got an S&S 132, so 132 cubic inch, just like 2,163 cc's, and we get about 140 foot-pounds of torque to the rear wheel. We did 178 on the Bonneville salt flats with this bike.
178 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The back tire doing 190, so there's that much slip. And it's one of those bikes that you can sit and look at and always come up with something new that you see. But I'd like to show you a few things.
Absolutely.
So up front here we have our turn signals and our driving lights. So the important thing about the driving lights is that it gives you a little bubble of light that is low here on the ground before the headlights pick up there.
Oh, that's cool.
So it is a true driving light, and this is a true turn signal.
Wow.
And then the adaptive LED headlight, as you lean, it looks around the corner for you.
Oh,
so
very cool.
The LEDs actually light up over there. And then we start out with the S&S 132 cubic inch engine. We have Andrews transmission. We have 4.5 gallons of fuel. All carbon fiber wheels, front and rear. We have quad disc brakes on the front. So there's 2 discs that squeeze in on an inner pad.
Yeah, so these are actually floating, right?
They squeeze and float. So there's a pad on the inside and 2 on the outside that squeeze in.
Amazing.
And so that equivalent is like those big discs there.
Okay.
It has equivalent stopping power.
Got it. And that way you show off the carbon fiber wheel.
Show off that nice carbon fiber wheel made by BST.
For sure.
Yeah.
Unreal.
This bike is the first bike I've ever seen that no one's ever shown me another bike that had dual controls. So it has the rear set back here and the forward set up here.
I've never seen anything like it. It looks like a custom bike, but it's honestly, the fit and finish is so much higher quality than a lot of
That's
things
very
I see.
important to us. The fit and finish is very important to us. And so is having things that are, I mean, that's not just a gimmick, these dual controls.
Right.
That actually works.
Right.
It's great.
Right.
It's not just a gimmick having the driving lights up front. That actually lights up a bubble there that's below where my headlight picks up. And for me, I ride in North Florida. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I need to have that light. I need to have the adaptive LED that's looking around the corner because I can't see what's over there. I have to either slow down or look.
So yesterday on the ride, I actually saw Ernest come by, like as I was getting on the bike to go out, and I saw him ride by, and it was the first time that I realized they were actually going to be here. And the first thing I noticed, this was full, and there was like little bubbles just coming up, and it was like just such a beautiful touch.
So the air replacement for EPA, the air replacement's through the fuel pump down below, and so the it bubbles up. With the air.
Just a little, just such a cool feature. And I heard you saying earlier, this is the world's most accurate gas gauge.
It is. Actually, if you mess up there, you have problems. Yes, sir. I'd like to start her up for you.
Please do, please do. What is this going to cost me?
This is $165,000 as she sits.
I mean, I can see why. I can see why, but
a lot of design time. There's over 2,000 hours of CNC machining in each bike.
So how long does it take to create one of these from your order comes in to you take delivery of the bike?
8 weeks.
8 weeks to put it all together.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And how many people do you have working?
We only have 3.
3 people?
That's
so
right.
these are hand-built?
They're all hand-built.
CNC?
That's right. And we outsource a lot of the work. I mean, I say there's 3 people. There's over 100 people that go into making something like this. It's just, I have really good CNC proprietors. It's the carbon fiber, the Behringer brakes, the Racetech suspension.
And you're saying that there might be a possibility that I could come and ride one of these?
Absolutely. So we have a new Hellcat coming out next year.
This is the Hellcat?
Similar to this.
Okay.
And we had Hellcat before Dodge had Hellcat.
Okay.
So we can do Hellcat motorcycles legally. But the new Hellcat's coming out next year. Okay. And we're in design right now. We'll have our prototypes done in 3 or 4 months from now. And it will be ready for you to come out.
I cannot wait. So guys, if you want to see that, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this absolute piece of art. And if you want to see me go and ride it, go out. Where are you guys based?
We're in Birmingham, Alabama, but we're building a new facility in Hurricane, Utah.
Okay, that's a little bit closer.
Yeah,
so that's where I'll come out to?
That is. You'll be coming out to Hurricane.
All right. Well, look, thank you so much for showing us around. Just such a piece of work.
Thank you.
I love it. And I can't wait to come and ride it.
That'd be great.
It'll be a lot of fun.
That'd be great.
Unfortunately, my dog's in doggy daycare right now.
Oh, okay, that's right. You told me.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Sit. Sit. Thank you.
You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I'll see you soon. See you soon. See you later. Okay. So, thanks for the kisses. Okay. It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
What are you doing? Hi. 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 Is that a supercharger? That is a supercharger. 2001 Ducati Supercharged Custom Dr. P. Intakes, supercharger slung off the side. I have never seen anything like that in my life. I've seen turbocharged bikes. Look how crazy that. Hold on a second. There's the supercharger pulley on this side. What? Wait, is that? What is that? Is that a supercharger pulley? No. I don't know. What am I looking at there? Let me know in the comments. What is this? I've never seen external belts like that. Well guys, that is going to end this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have had such a great time. Thank you to Bring a Trailer for letting me come out here, check out the show. Obviously the Quail events, you guys do such a good job of this every year, and I'm glad that I managed to get out, see the motorcycle gathering, and I will be back later on this year for the motorsports gathering, which is this, but with cars and lots of them. So if you have enjoyed this video, guys, please give it a big thumbs up. That really helps with the whole YouTube algorithm thing. Leave a comment as well. Let me know which was your favorite bike, and more importantly, should I go and test ride one of those combat $200,000, well, like 160 and change, $160,000, $200,000, six-figure motorcycle. Should I go and ride one? Let me know in the comments below. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe because I would love to see you here again. I think that's it. I've got to go and drop off the bike now back at Adventure Bike Rentals. If you do want to rent a bike out here in the San Francisco area, definitely check those out. I will link them in the description below. I think that's it. Have I forgotten anything? No? All right, let me know if I have. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, most importantly, until next time, don't know anything I wouldn't do. See ya.